Now, once you do join us for our on-campus, there is a 14-day restriction. For precautionary measure, you will get your own dorm room, or you will spend 14 days in quarantine, just to make sure that we're keeping our students here safe that have already been on our campus. You get your food delivered to you. You get some outside time one-on-one, so you're getting some sunlight, but you are restricted to 14 days. There's also going to be temperature screenings. That's past the 14 days. Everyone on campus gets checked daily. So instructors, counselors, students all get checked daily. There is mask required while you're walking around our campus. Social distancing, obviously, and there is distance learning. Like I said, you might start off distance learning and then come in on do hands-on learning. But we are asking that you just kind of give us some time to process your application. And then we will then, once the government approves us to bring new students on our campus, you guys will kind of be the first ones on our campus to start. Now, the next one, what I'm going to go through is obviously the San Diego JobCorps, but we are also helping recruit for Clearfield, Utah. 2 different climates, 2 different centers that offer 2 different things, okay? We offer a great variety of 17 different trades that you can pick from us, but Clearfield, Utah also offers about 14 different trades that we don't offer. So it's a good opportunity if you want to get away from San Diego or Vista or North County, wherever. This is a great opportunity for you to just think about. The great thing about JobCorps in general, not just San Diego JobCorps, but JobCorps in general, is that if you do choose to go to Clearfield, Utah, we do pay for your ticket out there. All you have to do is get transportation to the airport, and we give you your ticket, and you get on a plane, and someone from the Clearfield, Utah JobCorps Center will pick you up and take you back to campus. And there's residential, you'll get 3 meals a day, everything that we offer here at San Diego, just in Clearfield, Utah. So it is something, if you maybe college, you can't afford college, or just not right for you and you want to do something else, but want to get away from San Diego or North County, think about Clearfield, Utah. All right, I'm going to go over what the eligibility. So you must be eligible for our program. You must be between the ages of 16 to 24. So what does that mean? We aren't just an apprenticeship or pre-apprenticeship program. We also offer your high school education as well. So if you're between the ages of 16 to 24, you qualify. You also must be low income, and that's on a case-to-case basis. So when I sit down with you, we'll go through that to make sure that you are low income, and that you must be either a U.S. citizen, legal resident, or have something that proves that you're able to work in the U.S. Because once we are done, once you are done with your time here with us, our goal is to get you a job. So you have to be legally able to work in the U.S. Next slide. If you are a minor, which is 16 or 17, we must have your parent or legal consent. That doesn't mean that they're forcing you to join us for an at-will program, but they just need to basically support you, and they're going to help you sign you in. Okay. You also need to show me that you need the need for vocational training. So like I said, we're an at-will program, so you can't be like, well, I'm failing high school, so this is my last option. And we have to see that you want to be here, okay? There also is no probation status. So if you're on informal or formal, you must be completely done with that, not have any pending court dates coming up, and then you must have no court fees over $499. If you have anything over that, you have to bring it down and show me proof at the time of your interview, okay? Awesome. The next, I was going to go over suitability. So not only do you have to be eligible for our program, you must be suitable. So what does that mean? Like I said, we're an at-will program. We're not a behavior modification program. We're not a last chance program. Applicants must demonstrate the willingness to complete everything. So we're not a try it out program either. We want people, applicants and young students that are committed, They follow the expectations. We don't like to call them rules because we're getting you ready for the workforce, okay? You must be job interview, so you will have your first interview with myself, where we sit down for about an hour and a half to 2 hours getting to know each other because I need to make that letter of recommendation to the center. The people that review your bio are just people that are reading pages of information about you. I'm the one that gets to know you, so I need to make sure that I get to know you in a very short amount of time, but also write that letter of recommendation, okay? Demonstrates the desire to enroll. So if you're calling me and telling me like, I'm missing this paper, can I turn it in? And you're showing me that you're really wanting to enroll, I'm gonna push your file a little bit faster, okay? You're expected to be independent and the acceptance is not guaranteed. So I can make the best letter of recommendation for you. And if the center thinks that you're not suitable or not the right candidate for our program, acceptance is not guaranteed. So just keep that in mind, okay? My minors, I'm going to talk to you, which is, I'm guessing majority of you guys, because you guys are in high school. So you guys will be coming to us. If you choose, you can finish your high school diploma with us. And you will get a full diploma, or let's say you're too far from credits and you're just going to get a completion. You can also get your GED through us. You can do online Penn Foster. And then, like I said, we do have a full SciTech charter school, which will give you your diploma, okay? But you also, minors, we don't like I said, we don't like to call it rules, we call it expectations. So the willingness to comply with all expectations. We're getting you ready for the workforce. So it's definitely, a little bit later I'll go through that, but it's the expectations that you must follow and we're gonna treat you like you're an adult, okay? You must commit to stay and finish everything, which is our SAFE. Like, again, we're not just like, oh, well, this is my last option. And then you come and you don't like it, you leave. Because unfortunately, with JobCorps, the government, it's a free program for you guys. So the government puts in a scholarship for you guys. So the scholarship can be as little as $18,000, depending on what training choice you're looking at, anywhere up to $80,000 that you don't have to repay us back. So you have to stay and finish everything. Again, we're not a behavioral modification program. So if you're fighting at school or you're fighting with your teachers or your parents, and they're saying like, well, this is where you have to go. You have to go to JobCorps. If you can't respect your parents, you can't respect your teachers, you can't log into your Zoom on time or your Google Classrooms on time, what makes you think you're going to do that for JobCorps? So you must be job ready. We do have curfews, and that's for everybody, but we do like to definitely let our minors know what our expectations of curfews are. So our daily curfews at 9:50, you cannot leave without a parent. So you're essentially on our campus Monday through Friday. And then on Friday, you're able to leave with a parent or someone that your parent designates to pick you up, okay? You're able to leave on the weekends. Anytime after 4 o'clock, and then you must be back on Sunday by that 9:50 curfew, okay? It's really important for our minors to understand about this curfew and about you not leaving without any parents or legal guardians or people that your parents have assigned to pick you up. Because let's say you end up going out with a friend, with a friend of your parents, but you don't let anyone know and you're not communicating with us, we now have to get our local law enforcement involved, and we do have to file a missing minor report. That is also a call to terminate you from our program because you're not following our expectations. So just keep that in mind. Adult-like behavioral is expected, and then follow all workplace expectations. I'm going to go over the 5 phases of our program. So right now, everyone is in the outreach and admissions phase. You are gathering information. You are seeing if this is the right fit for you. And you're just you're in this beginning stage. Now, let's say you choose to start your enrollment process and you want to get your application in. You're then going to contact myself, and Mr. Steven does have all my information. You'll contact me, you can email me, and we'll set up a time to talk to go over those eligibilities with you, and then we'll start your application process. Now, once I turn that your file in and you get accepted, you go into that career preparation phase, okay? That second tier, this is a 4-week orientation kind of outline of our program where you're doing online career planning. You're also going to get an opportunity to not only choose one trade, you're going to choose 3 during our interview. And why is that? So we do ask that you pick 3 trades because unlike college where you have to pick one major, we like to give you an option. So when you go into career preparation, you'll be able to do a day in hands-on learning in each one of those trades that you do choose. So I've had students that are like, I only want to do culinary. Culinary is just something that I want to do. But then they come and they check out hotel and lodging, and maybe a hard trade like something in the construction field. They just said, okay, I'll do bricklaying. They go and do a day in culinary, a day in hotel lodging, and a day in bricklaying. And then at the end of that 4-week, and you get to do online career planning on all 3 of those trades to see what jobs are out there, what are opportunities after JobCorps look like. And they get to see what they like better. I've had students that have come in with their mindset on one thing and then completely switch. And they say, you know what, Miss Autumn, I really like the construction field, or I really like hospitality, the culinary arts, whatever the case may be. So that's really important for you to keep your options open. And that's going to all happen in the career preparation phase. So you're going to go from 3 trades to 1 trade, okay? Now you're going to go into the longest phase of the period, which is the career development period, which is that 3rd step right there. This is the longest step, the longest phase of the program. This phase can take anywhere from 8 to 24 months. The JobCorps program itself does allow you to get up to 2 years to finish the program. It's a self-paced program, so if you want to take the full 2 years to finish, you are more than welcome to. If you want to get it over and done with and work really hard, you can do that also. Our average time without a high school diploma is anywhere from about 8 to 12 months. If you need a high school diploma, you're looking more about 12 to 15 months, okay? This is where you will be doing your high school diploma in this career development period. Some students can't sit in a classroom for 8 hours a day, Monday through Friday, so we work around their schedule. There's no 2 schedules that look alike, so you'll be in academics Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 1 week, and then you are in your training choice on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and the next week you'll flip. Or maybe in the mornings you're in academics, in the afternoon you're in trade. It all depends on the student, so keep that in mind. If maybe sitting in a classroom isn't best for you and doesn't work well for you, this is another opportunity that JobCorps does give you. And lastly, about 2 to 3 months before you're done with your program, you will get a career transition services counselor. Now, for each one of these phases, you will get a new counselor. I will only be your counselor through the outreach and admissions phase. That doesn't mean that you can't come to me, though, throughout your whole time here at JobCorps and ask for help. But this person, the career transition service counselor, is going to be someone really important that you want to build a bond with. These are the counselors that are going to help you explore your options at the end of our program. So instead of waiting till you're all done, we're going to start about 2 months before, and we're going to look at your options. What is your end goal? Is it college? Is it just a career, getting something that's over minimum wage? Is it military? Or we have something called advanced training that I'll go into a little bit later, but you need to start thinking about those options quite early so that we can get you through the career transition phase. And then, of course, how you can repay us back is just by you being a model citizen in your career, paying taxes. So these are the career pathways in San Diego JobCorps. So keep that in mind. I will send Mr. Steven some flyers on the exact trades that go under these career pathways for San Diego and Clearfield. But we have 7 different career pathways. Advanced manufacturing is going to be our welding program. In construction, we have about 7 to 8 different options for you. We have anything from bricklaying to plastering, painting, electrical, plumbing, and there's so many more. Finance and business is going to be our office and admin option. Our healthcare option is going to be CNA, so your certified nurse program, your pharmacy tech program, and our medical admin program. So if you want to be in the medical field but don't want to work with patients, your pharmacy tech or medical admin is going to be where you want to be. Our Homeland Security is going to be just our security program, our basic program. In hospitality, we have culinary arts and our hotel and lodging. And then we do have informational technology, which is our basic IT program. Now, our career pathways in Clearfield, Utah are a little different. If you see on our website or on our flyers, we do promote that we have auto. Okay, I know this is really big. I've worked with Vista High for a while, and this is really big over there. Everyone wants auto. Unfortunately, about 2 years ago, we go through different promotionals, or we go through different evaluations and see what is working for us and in the San Diego area. And they decided to take auto out of our program. Okay, but this is why we have partnered up with Clearfield, Utah. Clearfield, Utah has their basic auto program along with an advanced training auto program. So I'm going to go what's into advanced training really quick. Advanced training is an additional year through our JobCorps system where you can get additional certifications, which makes you more qualified. And there is an advanced program for every program that is offered. So if you will like culinary arts, we'll go with culinary still. There is an advanced, we'll do the basic French cuisine here with American cuisine. And then you will get sent to San Francisco, their San Francisco JobCorps out there. And you'll do the advanced program out there where they dive more into the dessert area. Okay. There's also for the healthcare option, if you want to become a certified nurse, and let's say you want to do get your LVN license, you will then get sent to New York, and you'll do an additional year and get your licensed vocational nurse license. Another great thing about the healthcare option is that if you choose to go to college after your LVN license, we will pay for your RN license. And all of this just takes some time for you to have a good report, no write-ups. You have to do an application process. You have to get letters of recommendation. But we've had so much success with students that just put their minds to things. And we've had students that have left our JobCorps center that are now, we have someone that's working for Tesla making over $150,000 a year. Did that happen overnight? No, that happened within a couple of years of him working his butt off. I know one of my students is now working, or was working, got contracted for culinary through the military. So he actually just goes and cooks for the military, and he saves up all his money. I have students that go on cruise ships also and work in cruise ships as their hospitality program. So there is a lot of different career pathways. So Clearfield, Utah offers that advanced auto program in Clearfield. So you would do your basic auto program there and then do the advanced auto program. And you have a better chance of getting in because they already know you. They see how hard you're working, but they also have some really cool other ones: material handling and distribution, machining, building construction technology, and the advanced collision and refinish is going to be our auto program. So in Clearfield, Utah, and it's all free. I can't reiterate that enough. This is all free for you guys. Now we're going to talk about MyPace. And this is going to happen within that first 4 weeks of your orientation period. Remember, you're going to do online career planning. It's about the first 60 days in JobCorps, and this determines what steps you need to be taken to achieve your goals. Okay, so if we can go to the next slide, it'll show you a little bit better. The profiles, which you will do in the application process. So I'll send you a link, and it's about 60 questions. And you just have to rate like 1 through 5. What are you interested the most in? Okay, and that helps us determine what career pathway we should help. you go through. Now the profession, I will use culinary arts again. So your profession is, okay, I want to become a cook, something in the culinary arts. I don't know what I want to do yet, but I want to continue in the culinary arts. Well, now we're going to look at the pathway. What's the pathway that we take? Are we going to do the advanced program after your JobCorps? Are we going to just look in for maybe working at SeaWorld in their culinary program? Because we do partner up with different companies here in San Diego where you'll get internship hours, and it might be paid or not paid. So what pathway do we need to take? And then, so what's the basic program? Because you can be like, I really want to do culinary, but I really want to paint also and like work in construction. Well, we got to narrow that down. So what's our basic program that you want to really just focus on? And that's going to be culinary arts. And the plan is, you know what, I'm going to finish the basic program. I'm going to get my high school diploma, and I'm going to go into the advanced training. After the advanced training, I want to apply for Disney or whatever the case may be, and we're going to help plan that for you. And we do that in the first 60 days of JobCorps, so that way if you're a visual learner, this is the best way for you guys to see the end career or the end goal, and so you know that you have to work to that. Instead of, we like to work back to front instead of just working front to back blindly and not knowing where we're going, how we're getting there. So this happens with the first 60 days of you at our program. Education opportunities. So like I said, not only are we a pre-apprenticeship program, a trade school, we do offer, we have students that are minors that maybe fell behind in school, or we have adults that never got their high school diploma. So we do offer the high set, which is the high school equivalency, the Penn Foster, which is our online school. And like I said before, we have a SciTech charter school on our campus where you'll get a high school diploma. And that'll be happening simultaneously with you doing your training as well. If you're an English language learner, we have about 27 languages being spoken on our campus from all around the world. So we do offer like Rosetta Stone, classroom instruction, tutoring after school hours, ongoing support during enrollment. We never want anyone to feel that just because your English is broken up that you can't succeed. We definitely do help with that. Next slide. And then now we're going to go into some of my favorite things that we offer. So everyone will take a TABE test, which is our basic adult testing in math and English, or math and reading. So if you still need your high school diploma, you're going to be taking this test either way. If you're coming to us with a high school diploma, you're going to be taking this test either way. Everyone takes it, okay? And this is to see where you are, where your basic levels are, okay? If I'm wanting to go into carpentry or auto or anything in the construction field or welding, and my math isn't where it needs to be, how are you going to succeed in that trade if your math is a little bit below basic level? So you might get put in a math class for 60 days, and then you'll get tested out, and then you're able to go into your trade. Or what if you're in pharmacy tech and your reading skills aren't where they need to be? You're in charge of giving people prescription drugs, so we need your reading to be where it is, okay? You might be required tutoring, you might have after school instruction. This does not mean if you come to us with a high school diploma, this does not mean that you're redoing your whole high school diploma. You're just put into a class for 60 days, and if you could test out of that class, then you go into your your basic training, okay? There are some trade foundation courses, so you might not get put in your trade right away. The best ones that I can tell you is going to be like our IT program and our pharmacy tech program have these trade foundation courses. And these are going to be courses that give you knowledge to the terminology. So we don't want you to be thrown in blindly and not know what's happening. You get I think it's about 2 months of these trade foundation courses before going into trade, okay? We do offer the Asvab testing. Remember, military is an option at the end of your time at JobCorps. So if that is something that you want and maybe you need help testing. Maybe your test scores aren't where they need to be. You're able to test with us. We have tutoring in our recreational area, and we help you achieve that ASVAB score that you do need. Now, these next two are my favorite opportunities that I think no other program offers. One is our college opportunity. So after your time here with us, if you choose that you want to go to college after, we actually partner with our local community college here in San Diego. It's called Southwestern College. We partner with them, and your career transition services counselor will help enroll you into that into the college, and will actually help you also fill out like any type of financial aid you may need. You are also actually able to live on our campus for an additional year for free. So you're not going to be doing the day-to-day JobCorps activities anymore. We'll move you to the college dorm. We have a whole dorm full of college students. They live on our campus for a year. We give you a bus pass for free. So we're trying to take all barriers for you guys to succeed. So there's no need for saying, well, I don't have transportation. Well, we're going to give you a free bus pass for the year. Well, I don't have anywhere to live, or to be able to live here in San Diego for an additional year. So you're able to live on our campus for an additional year. And you get breakfast, lunch, and dinner for free on top of everything else that we're giving you, okay? And lastly is our driver's education. Sorry, one more. Our driver's education. A lot of employers nowadays require you to have a driver's license. And this is something that we don't want you guys to feel that, well, I can't get this job because I don't have a driver's license. You might not have the money or the ability to have a car right now, but at least you'll have that driver's license in your back pocket. We will take you to the DMV. We will pay for your test. We pay for you behind the wheel. And if you fail, we keep paying for it until you pass. Because this is something that is now, we're seeing more in the market that this is more of a requirement. And lastly is our student expectations. You've heard me say before, we don't call them rules, we call them expectations, because I can't show up high to work. I can't bring a weapon to work. I can't show up drunk to work. Your teachers can't do that. It's an expectation in the workforce, okay? But since you are on federal property, because this is a federal school, we follow federal laws. Yes, we live in California where marijuana is legal, but unfortunately, federal property equals federal laws, which equal federal felonies, okay? We won't be calling our local law enforcement. We actually are on the campus of a military base, so the military police will come right over and handle the situation. Safety is our number one priority, no matter what is happening. We have 555 students on our campus at all times. That's a lot of bodies moving on a big campus of 27 acres. So safety is our number one priority, whether that is wearing our mask now with our new COVID regulations, or when you are in the workshop, you're wearing your goggles or your earplugs, whatever it is, safety is our number one priority. There you will be drug tested upon entry. And that's just like if I was to get a new job, I'm going to get drug tested. There's no drugs, weapons, or violence. And again, I can't preach this enough. It's just expectations in the workforce. This is what we're preparing you for, so that when you leave, it's nothing new.
Okay, we've got about 5 minutes left.
Awesome.
I thought I would throw out a question or two, and if you have questions, put them in the chat as well. Serena asked, with online school at VHS, would we be able to participate in your program while still attending virtual school?
So unfortunately, right now, I don't know if you heard in the beginning, we aren't having anyone start right now. So our best, my best advice is to stay in school. You're not going to drop out of school just because you apply for us. Stay in your school, in your high school. Now, once you are accepted into our program, you will then have to disenroll into your high school and then move into our high school, because you have to get into our pool to finish high school with us. So you can't do two at the same time. but you can definitely start your application process while you're still in high school.
Emily had asked if this is a 4-year school. It's actually much more short-term than that. So you can give them the
It is.
idea.
Yeah, JobCorps gives you 2 years to finish the program, and that if you need your high school diploma, that is within the 2 years as well. But if you come to us without a high school diploma, you're looking at an average of anywhere from 8 to 12 months. And if you need your high school diploma, our average time is anywhere from 12 to 15. But it could be, if you need the full 2 years, you're more than welcome to take the full 2 years, but it's a self-paced program.
Yeah, and just a note, you can join up with this prior to graduating high school. However, a lot of students do graduate high school and then go to job. So
yeah.
Another question would be, some of the students are interested in what kind of starting pay is for different occupations and stuff like that. I know it's a tough one to answer, but they're sort of looking like, what if I go through this, what kind of job am I expected to get at the end of it?
Yeah, so I don't think I had this in my presentation. You do get a small allowance. We are one of the only programs that pay our students to come to our program. So before you even leave, you have opportunities to save up some money. So you get a small allowance of $35 every 2 weeks, and that's just for personal hygiene things, or you could totally save it. If you finish our program, if you come to us with no high school diploma, you finish our program and you receive your high school diploma and you receive all your credentials, you can leave our program with about $1,500 in your pocket. If you come to us with a high school diploma and you just get your credentials, you will leave anywhere from $500 to $1,000. So that is aside from what you will be making in your career. We have like our office administration, our basic. You're looking at anywhere from like $24,000 a year to about 28. If you go into something like a little bit more like construction, auto, welding, you're looking at starting base at about 36,000. Culinary also kind of runs into that $32,000 a year starting, and that's that basic base rate. So if you decide to go into a union and become a journeyman, you can definitely make more after you're done with that pre-apprenticeship program.
Okay, so we've only got about a minute left. I want to thank everybody for coming today. And just as a reminder, JobCorps is actually a school where you would actually live at and in a dorm-like setting. And then they do feed you as well. So I've been there many, many times and seen the facilities, and they're not luxury, but they're not shabby either. So it's actually a pretty good deal. I want to thank everyone for coming today. It's 10:40, so I got to let everybody go off to their next class. I will be putting the information for Ms. Argon in my Google Classroom and also in Canvas. All right, thanks everybody for coming today. I appreciate it.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Thank you for having me.
You bet.
Thank you. Great information. Wish they had it last year.
Thank you. Mr. Steven, I will email you all the other information that I have and some flyers.
Okay, sounds terrific. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yep. Bye-bye now.